I was a teen mom. I was 16 when I had Christian. All of my identity was wrapped up in that boy. He was a good kid. He was a good kid. Never in trouble with the law. He was a good student. He was a phenomenal athlete. Everything that you'd want to be as a young man, he was. I miss everything about him. I miss his smile. I miss his hugs. I miss our conversations. And I want him back. It was Thursday, June 10th. I received a call on my way home from work from my brother Paul. And he said that Christian was not doing very well. And on the drive, I felt a very, very deep pain in my abdomen. And I believe that was the moment that Christian died. And it was at that moment that, for me and my life, the lights went out. He was working, actually swinging a hammer later on in the afternoon, earning some money for a new truck because he was finishing up his RN degree. And he just went down. From what I understand, they were treating it as a seizure. And so they didn't follow protocol for heat stroke because he wasn't treated and the right decisions weren't made, protocol wasn't followed. I called Mark the next day and I said, hey, Mark, I need help. And I think I told him my son was killed. And it was that day that he took the ball and ran with it.
Viktorya's case is a special one because of how much she loved her son, Christian. It's the relationship between her and her son and how dedicated she was as a mom, how loving that she was as a mom. I can't do anything but respect that.
When we had our first mediation, they asked me, actually they asked Mark, does she speak English? They offered me $50,000 for my son's death. I was disgusted. They thought I was this non-English speaking Hispanic woman from South Texas whose son had been killed. And they thought I was going to be okay with that.
It's as though they were not properly valuing his life with what they were offering. And then shortly before trial, they made a significant offer that I knew would cause Viktorya to believe that they were acknowledging doing something horrible.
They didn't want to have any consequences. It was just like, oh, he's a young man, he died, he was working too hard, no, you were negligent and you didn't handle the situation correctly. And because of that, my son died. And so I think they definitely know my name, and I think they definitely know now that I speak English. I'm living a life I didn't agree to. I'm living a life without my son, and there's no amount of money that can ever replace any of that. I feel that, these billion-dollar companies, this was kind of just a drop in the bucket for them. But I feel like if they know that people like me have a strong support system and they know that I have someone like Mark on my side, they will try to follow protocols and they will change things in the workplace so that this doesn't happen again. Was justice served? Mark took it all the way. And so, without him, none of this would have been possible. I think that, if there is someone out there that needs legal counsel or needs help and they're in this kind of situation and they feel helpless and hopeless and they don't know who to trust or who can help them, I think they definitely need someone like Mark on their team.